All right, all right. We're back at it right now. I have my uncle Dale right here on the phone. So he's not like a coach as of right now, but he did have some coaching experience back in the past. Uncle Dale, if you introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, my name is Dale Bear. I am Alan's uncle, and I have done some coaching in my days. Not a lot, but I have a little bit of experience in it.
So I'm talking about. Okay. All right. So first questions. So how did you make your team inclusive when you did work back or coach back then? You did talk about a little bit. You like coach little league, so I know it's a little bit different when you're coaching little kids. But can you speak a little bit about that?
We just made it more like a family setting, had everybody treat everybody like family. That's how we got along with each other. We made it like a family deal.
Okay, that's I would be. I mean, I think that's expected. Do you know like the age range you were coaching? Do you like remember any of that?
Yeah, I'm talking about between the ages of between like 8 and 12 years old.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. So, as a coach, like, what did you do? What sport first of all did you coach?
I did some baseball and basketball.
Baseball and basketball. Okay. So I'm thinking like, are those like two different type of teams like to coach, or is it basically like the same type of idea when you're coaching like baseball and basketball for that age range?
Well, the concepts of the games are different, but as far as getting everybody to get along with each other, it's pretty much the same concept. I
Okay.
use family in both settings.
Okay. Yeah. So you were the head coach or assistant?
I was like the assistant. I was filling if the head coach wasn't there.
Okay. 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 You don't happen to remember like any records or anything?
Oh no, yeah, that's been a while back.
No championship teams or anything?
We didn't lose every game, but we didn't win every game.
All right. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That's
Yeah.
fair. All right. So, what do you entrust your athletes to do, when like to help with diversity and working together as like one unit? I know it's. I mean, it's kind of easy. I think through that age range, like really. But like, is there anything specifically like you did to help that process?
Well, we just have to do whatever they were good at. If I had a kid that was good at pitching, we work with them with pitching. If we had a kid that was good at outfield, we work with them with outfield. Or like in basketball, we had a guy that could dribble the ball better than other kids. We made him a guard. And the big guys, we made him play for the basket. We work with the kids and what they were good at and what they could do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And then, how do you handle differences on your team related to diversity?
Hey, repeat that question?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How do you handle differences on your team related to diversity?
Um, wow. I mean, we just handled the problems that they came up. Other than
Mm-hmm.
working kids, we had a lot of differences.
Yeah.
I never really had any problem kids that I dealt with. Everybody pretty much got along with each other. And I can't really remember anything that was, that I could really, put a finger on as far as big differences.
Right. Like the biggest difference is
Players.
yeah. So like the biggest difference is like with like that age range would be like position wise, like kids I guess wanting to play like the position they want to play type of thing. Is that like probably the biggest hurdle you had to face?
Oh yeah, well, what I said we did with that during practice. You played when you were good at it in practice. If you weren't good at that position in practice, you didn't play it.
Understood.
So we more or less put that on their backs and where they played and how good they were going to be or whatever. We had some kids that wanted to do things that they weren't good at, but we let them work at it. If they got better at it before the season was over, we let them play. But other than that, we put them where we thought they were best to be played at, to where they would get more playing time. Because everybody wants to play. So, I mean, if you're not a good pitcher, why would we put you up there and let you, pitch and embarrass yourself and make you never want to pitch again? We
Right.
would allow you to get some practice in pitching, and then when we thought you were good enough to pitch, then we let you pitch. We wouldn't put you up there to embarrass yourself.
Right. So that's how you basically like you solve the problem basically by like trying to enforce that like if you want a skill or you want a position, you have to work at that basically. You have to like just basically like put your all into it. And if you're not gonna do that, they're basically not gonna get that position that you want. Which is like
Yeah, I
completely
mean,
understood.
if you even gave it a half effort, we let you try it.
Okay.
Because at that age, you really can't tell how good a person's going to be until they start a position. A lot of these kids, it was their first time even trying. we gave everybody a fair chance. You know, the word we let them try it until they say they were good at it or if they were bad at it.
Right.
So,
Right. Right.
yeah, we gave them the opportunity to prove if they want. And then, you know, normally at practice, they would see they weren't good at it. They want to get in front of people and do that job. So, they rather do what they knew they were good at.
Exactly. Yeah. I completely agree with that. But okay. With this question, when you're talking about little league play, there's not like kids really don't see differences in like one another, if that's religion or color or anything like that. But can you speak on like as a coach? You give me like two examples if you can about like how like diversity could strengthen a team.
Well, you know, we never really had that problem. I had kids all kinds of colors on my team, you know. They're Puerto Ricans, white, black. Everybody got along. I can't really speak. I mean, it helps to have that on your team, but I never really ran into some kind of problem. So I can't really speak on it.
Yeah, I completely I understand that. Yeah, especially speaking with that type of age group, it's harder to get those type of conflicts. Like it's not expected, which is understood.
Yeah. Well, I mean, normally when you're coaching a team, it all starts at the top and works its way down. If you can't properly coaching, you're going to have problems with kids and kids tell us on the team we never treat them as a fellow.
Yeah.
We treat them as a team.
Exactly. You just build them as one, which is yeah. Nobody expected to be treated differently, 100%.
Right.
How do you do diversity training for your team? Is there anything specifically you did as a coach?
What means diversity training? Like in the positions or?
Yeah, like position wise.
We just work out with them in practice. You know, if there's something they said they were good at, we gave them a chance to prove how good they were at. You know, we proved it all in practice. You know, what you did in practice is what you're going to do in the game. So we gave them the opportunity to prove to us how good they were and what they wanted to be good at. It was never by this. It was always there.
Right. Just I know as kids, it's like it's not a big thing is to bring them together because they're already kind of together as one. They're just out there to have fun, have a good time, and just be good at the sport type of thing. So I'm gonna ask you: have you ever completed any diversity training yourself? Like if that was like in sports, or do you remember doing anything such of that nature?
Diversity. Now, when you talk about like when I used to work, we had to go through diversity training for dealing with other people, but that was different than doing in sports.
Yeah.
We, the times we had diversity training because you're probably as you get older, that's when colors and problems start becoming a problem in the world.
Yeah.
When you're young, it's kind of problem. So I never had to do no kind of diversity training done like that. Dealing with what I had to deal with, but years of working, I had to go through a lot of diversity training. Not for me, I mean it was the whole group. And because there's always problems amongst the men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as you go up in age, you see a little bit, those little differences start to appear.
Yeah, and that's when people start learning.
Yeah.
Learning bad practice as you get older. You don't, as a kid. Kids very seldom know anything about, different. They learn them. They're taught them. People teach kids that kind of crap. That's why, as they get older, it's harder to deal with it. When they're younger, it's easy to deal with.
Yeah, exactly. But basically the only question I really had to ask you. Is there anything else like you would like to add or you want to say?
Well, not really. It was a while back when I did. I know what I see now. I think kids are a lot more talented now at that age group than they were when I was coming up. So I don't know if I would really have problems with the kids growing up now. I think that these kids, there's all kind of training and steps and places you can take kids. Well, yeah, what I would do if I was coaching now, I'd have all my kids go to some kind of, summer training camps or something like that where if they want to be really good, they got camps now to where you can actually be as good as you want to be, just, if you train got the players and things. That's the only thing I would have about to any young kid, if you're in camp you go to, You know, go to that camp and get all the training you can because it will make you a little better at what you want to be.
100%. 100%. Keep on working at it. Keep on working at it. Keep the grind.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get better is to work at it now with all the technical aspects of the game they have now, man. There's a lot of techniques to the game now that weren't there when I was coming up and when I was coaching. But the techniques of the game now are a whole lot different now. There's technical aspects to every position you play in any sport. And if you want it bad enough, trust me, there's somebody out there that can help you with it.
So let me ask you this: would you prefer you think to coach now or back in the past when you did coach?
In the past.
In the past.
Yeah.
Okay.
So some of these kids have no home training.
Yeah, that's true.
You can see a lot of kids right now. There's just no discipline. I mean, if you raise your voice as a kid now, you can get in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, there's no way. I mean, we would raise our voice at them then, but I mean, it's just the way we coach back then will probably be looked at. Well, it wouldn't be looked at so bad because we didn't really do nothing bad back then. But the way kids are now, to me, I don't know how I want to put it, man. They're just some kids are just uncoachable. You know, because when they come to you, they're already great. If you tell them that they're not that good, there's a problem. You know.
Yeah.
It's a different world from when I coached and what it is now. So I really can't really put the two together because it's been a while.
That is true. That is true. But that basically wraps everything up. I want to thank you for talking with me through this interview process. Hope I didn't take too much of your time.
No, I'm glad you called me and asked me for it. Anything you need help with, man, I'll be more than happy to help you with.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thanks, Uncle.
Yeah, so don't just call your uncle when you want to interview.
Oh, of course, of course. Hey, we're going to have to hit some of them games up, you know. Hey, we got some basketball games to go watch. Oh, yeah. Well, again, thank you.
Okay, no problem. And I hope I did you good.
Almost definitely.